Slam! Ready, ready! 29 Philly! 2-9 Philly! Set! Ready, go! Here we go!
Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Polligan, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Judicials will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will have the football first. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Gamecocks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Judicials offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness, It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's made. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Judicials will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He takes it at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill helps him. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Judicials are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. With the catch, it's Matthews. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. Quarterback keeper. And the ball slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Here's a heat.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open. And
he's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's low. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively,
a lot of room to the right. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Judicials will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Give to the big fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Punch it out of the air. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The quarterback keeps it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires left. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Judicials are marching down the field. Gets the back moving. On the option. He'll toss it. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The Judicials are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Using his legs, it's O'Neal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Looking for a man, it's Barnett. Wide open downfield. It's a running room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going deep, and he's got it inside the 25. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
29 Philly.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
Trying to rumble in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
He'll bring it out. It's low. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And the Judicials need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Judicials will line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Barnett. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Got it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
The play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown here.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Roll. Nice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to...
Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Judicials line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field to score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Fielded in the end zone. It's low. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks. They keep finding themselves in situations like this, third and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on first and second or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To the air, it's Madsen. Gonna try to get it himself. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He might want another play. Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Duke. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And some room to work. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The option look. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Judicials now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Judicials send out the punt unit. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. On the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. On the option. Now the pitch. Picks up the first down, still moving. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. The Judicials will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds him out of the backfield. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The sure hands, it's Bennett. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Caught over the middle. It's Coates. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Now on the option. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. A low line drive and not his best work. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Goes to the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Gamecocks are at the line, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Coming out with it, it's slow. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Well, jet sweep pass. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not and he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say...
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. The give to the tailback.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Moving away from pressure. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. And the Gamecocks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Calls his own number. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by...
He's loose. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your...
He's got it down the left. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays